Candace Owens. Shorty, why do you got so much hate in your heart? You really need therapy. Because you're a smart individual, but you lack common sense. The lack of common sense comes from you always being in such a defensive mode that you have the complete inability to listen to what a person's saying because you're already formulating your argument in your head before you can even listen to what they're saying. That's not a good thing, Candace. You probably hear voices and shit because the speak at the speed of light like you do. Number one, you need to smoke a blunt and calm down because your energy's too high. Your blood pressure's going to go up. You're going to have a heart attack, shorty. Calm down, right? And listen. Nick Cannon, you had a conversation, right? And you were basically emphatically saying that because a man that wants to be a woman can't give birth, they have no right to be a woman, right? So you're going to give the cold, hard truth and tell these people to stop living a lie in order to help them. Because living that lie is more painful than your cold, hard truth based on your views. Not any laws, but your views. Now, if you want to base them on laws, just like you told one of the people that are actually from here, they need to go back to their country. Maybe you need to go back to a country that you've never been to where they have those type of laws, so you would feel you would feel accepted, Kansas. So, you try and basically make the argument to Nick Cannon that, well, you know what? Well, let me just say this, right? Nick basically tells you, as emphatically as you feel based on your views, that these people can't do what they want to do with their own bodies or love who they want to love. They feel just as emphatically that they have that right because it's not breaking any laws and it doesn't affect anybody other than basically them and the person that they love, right? If it's not breaking laws, Kansas, this is where it gets weird because you try and make the correlation and say, well, Nick, if we're going to think from that perspective, there's a group of minor lovers, and because they're minor lovers, we're supposed to go ahead and not say anything just because they're in the feelings, and that's not facts. No, Candace, because it's a horrible correlation. One is basically a right of a person to do what they want to do with their own body, love who they love, as long as it's not breaking any laws, right? And that person's consensual with it. Versus you're talking about a person that has a fully developed brain taking advantage of a minor that doesn't have a fully developed brain, may or may not know what's going on, may or may not know what's right, but definitely probably 9 times out of 10 can't fucking defend themselves. Those people are called molesters, rapists, Candace. That's a little bit different. They're not called gays, they're called molesters. That's breaking the law. You're put on lists for that type of shit. You're a pedophile. That's not a correlation. No, it is a correlation, though, to the argument, and what contradicts you in the same is in high school, wasn't it you that was getting bashed by some racist fucking idiots? And let me kind of make this correlation for you, right? Those same idiots that decided to go ahead and for their benefit wanted to bash you and hurt your name, right? Spread negativity. That basically caused an effect of where you did what was right, stood up for your name, and then there was also other people that stood by you and felt the fucking same, right? They decided to go ahead and do what was right based on their beliefs and also in support of you rather than bash you, rather than the people that were doing what they were doing based off their beliefs to hurt you, to go ahead and capitalize on whatever they were trying to go ahead and do. Do you see how that kind of correlates? One side stood up for you based on the motherfucking the system that they have, you know, the value system that they have, right? And then one side basically stood against you on the value system that they have. Which side won? You won, right? Those people that tried to humiliate you ended up getting humiliated in the end, right? Much worse. So much in fact it made the fucking news. So when you sit there, again, try and go and compare something that, what would be more comparable to what you're trying to go and say with the molester standpoint, right? Is the people that were trying to bash your motherfucking name and trying to go and capitalize off that for their gain, right? Based off their belief system. They got penalized for the shit. Now, granted, what they were doing was technically freedom of speech, which you want to stand so hard on and basically bash people and insult people every chance you get. So I just asked, where are you different? Where are you different from these people? And it starts to make you question, maybe they saw you what you were. Maybe you fucked around were a fucking piece of shit, and so fucking something got out, they fucked around and got emotional, said something, and you capitalized off them. Who knows, right? At the end of the day, what they did was wrong, and I would stand with you on that. However, when you look at you and you do the same fucking shit and you want to bash a certain fucking group every chance you get based on freedom of speech, and you don't think anything should happen to you even though you've been banned in 7 fucking countries and you get killed online every motherfucking chance people get to go and grill you about the shit that you say. Like, come on. Make it make sense, Candace. Do you see where I'm going now? No correlation to your argument, shorty. One breaks laws, one doesn't. One affects another individual for life and harms them for life, one doesn't. Where's the issue? Now, if you wanted to go ahead and make an issue out of Hollywood fucking around and pushing the fucking narrative and all the movies and every single fucking shows, cartoons, they got gay dolls playing on these fucking kids' curiosity, or preying on these kids' curiosity and fucking around and, you know, making it almost like a popularized thing to go ahead and try to test the waters, I would agree, that's fucking sick, right? It's fucking disgusting. However, again, you don't have a right to go ahead and bash people that want to go ahead and do something when they're grown and they want to do something with their own fucking body, right? Or if they have parental consent and their parents are trying to support them, that's none of your fucking business, Candace. I don't know if you have kids. I'm guessing probably not. But if you did have kids, I hope that you don't fuck around and raise them like this and raise them full of hate. You have a lot of hate in your heart. You have the inability to listen to anything that anybody else is saying because you're already formulating an argument in your head because you're in defensive mode. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong, Candace. You're not God. You're not motherfucking the smartest person in the world. Nobody, even the smartest person in the world, can guarantee there's going to be things that you're even smarter than them at. As will I. Or anybody, even the dumbest person in the world. There will be something that they're better than that smartest person in the world at. It's based off experience, Candace. Which I don't think you have a lot of. I don't think you've actually stepped outside. I've seen you run to the community for help. When you want to play victim, same fucking culture and community that backed you or whatnot, you bash them when you no longer needed it, or when you feel like you're in a different position. You married to the money. You really haven't did shit with your life to even fuck around and have these type of opinions. You just gain some popularity off your fucking mouthpiece and spewing the hate that you do, which most people fucking do at this point on YouTube. You're no different than them. You're just an intellect that basically has the inability to fuck around and have any common sense and step back for a minute and say, you know what? Maybe I need to take a look at this objectively. Maybe I need to go and take a look at this from the other side. Why, if it's something is not affecting you, why would you have such hate in your heart? The same book that you were probably stressing as far as with these people and these beliefs, that same book says, thou shalt not judge, thou shalt not lie. You do a lot of that, Candace. You do a lot of lying to yourself. Another one thing I want you to think about before I end this out. When you pop your shit like that, right, there's going to be somebody out there, and how do you know it's not a her that wants to be a him, and they're built, and that motherfucker just jaws you and breaks your fucking jaw, right? You're out there popping off in your mouth, and everybody's got a plan until they get hit, and you get popped in your shit. I guarantee your little brain's going to fucking freeze. You're not going to know what to go and do. That book smart's going to go out the window. First thing's going to be, I'm going to call police, or you're going to stand there with that stupid-ass look, and they get hit again, and hit again, and hit again, and hit again. And it's going to change you, Kansas. So you should need to go ahead and stop popping your shit like that and talking tough like that. If you want to go and convey a message, do it positively. Say how you feel about it. Say, you know what, at the end of the day, maybe you're talking to the kids. Maybe you're saying, you know, at the end of the day, it's okay if you want to be curious, but don't go and listen to this type of shit. Don't feel like you need to go and do this. Don't feel like it's the popular thing or whatnot, and, you know, fall into the trap. Be a leader. Be what you want to be. But if you have a kid and God forbid they're gay, if you're one of these people like Elon Musk or whatnot, and you wouldn't even fuck with your kid, there's something wrong with you. You're not God, Kansas. You weren't there for anybody that read the Bible to go and know that anything that they said is technically truthful or not manipulated. And there's no reason that if there was a New Testament to believe that God's going to shun somebody because at the end of the day they have a different sexual preference. You have no right to go and talk about anybody like that because you don't walk the walk of life. And I'm, you know, at the end of the day, I'm critical of that type of shit because I don't walk the type of walk of life. But at the end of the day, I don't hate anybody. I only hate on people that are haters, and you're a hater, Kansas. You're a hater. You hate on people for no reason. You insult people for no fucking reason. Some of the points that you stand on certain things, they'll be good. They're valid. They're nice. They're cool. They're in the right spot, right? But everything comes from a place of hate, and I don't know where the hate comes from. If it's from your childhood and all that type of shit, as far as that, you know, at the end of the day, you had people that supported you, Kansas, and they still do. People want to like you. I want to like you. I know at the end of the day, you're a smart individual, but you have problems. You have these little mental issues. Whatever it is, that little voice in your head, get rid of it. Fuck around and be a positive, be a beacon of light. Don't be a fucking place of darkness, and that's what you act like.